أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وعلى أهل بيته الأطيبين الأنجبين، بهم نتولى ومن أعدائهم نتبرأ إلى الله. أيها الناس اتقوا الله واتقوا النار التي وقودها الناس والحجارة أعدت للكافرين. I invite myself and you all to taqwa, to be mindful to the commands of Allah Jalla wa Ala. In this ayah that was recited says, ittaqun nar, that is, you be afraid of that fire. وَقُودُهَا النَّاسُ وَالْحِجَارَةُ. Waqud means the fuel, of which is an-nas, humans, wal-hijara, and stones. در این آیه خدای متعال می فرماید که از اون آتش بترسید که هیزم این آتش انسان هست و سنگ. اومدن پیش امیرالمؤمنین سوال کردن، خب انسان و سنگ چطور میتونه هیزم آتش باشه؟ How can that be the fuel of that fire, humans and stones? بعد جواب دادن که همین سنگ هایی که با اون آتش با این بت درست میکردن، the stones with which idols were carved, they will be the fuel of the fire. And humans also, in this dunya, when we want to burn and kindle fire, we use all these different things that we have, like timber, like gas, like gasoline, etc., petrol, kerosene. But then, when it comes to the Day of Judgment, there the Almighty says human beings will be the fuel of that fire. So those humans who did not accept the existence of Allah, had no faith in Him, will be the fuel of that fire that will be kindled on the Day of Judgment. Someone comes to Amir al-Mu'mineen and brings a skull and says that, Ya Ali, do you not say that these people are those to whom the hell will be assigned and they are in the hell right now? Imam says yes. Someone who is faithless, who is disobedient to Allah, is in the fire right now. He says that if he is in the fire, then the skull, it should be hot. Why is it cold? Imam tells him to go and get that stone which ignites fire. So in the olden days, when they wanted to burn some fire, they used to ignite these two stones, rub them together, it sparked, and then the fire came into existence. Imam asked him to go and get that stone which ignites the fire. He brings. Imam says, touch it. He says, I did. Says, is it cold or hot? Says, it's cold. So it's cold now, but it is in reality fire in it. So these humans, which will be a means with which the hell's fire will be kindled and burned, they are those who are faithless to the Almighty Allah, Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. In the continuation of the khutbah of Amir al-Mu'mineen, which talks about the qualities of Mu'mineen, Imam said, فَالْمُتَّقُونَ فِيهَا هُمْ أَهْلُ الْفَضَائِلِ. Muttaqeen, they are those who have virtues and qualities. مَنْطِقُهُمُ الصَّوَابِ. When they speak correctly, they speak well, and their talk and their speech, it is well dignified. وَمَلْبَسُهُمُ الْإِقْتِصَادِ. Their dress code and the attire they wear, that is also normal. وَمَشْيُهُمُ التَّوَاضُعِ. Their overall lifestyle is humble. وَغَضُّوا أَبْصَارَهُمْ عَمَّا حَرَّمَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِمْ. Mu'mineen, muttaqeen, they are those who guard their eyes from all that is haram and Allah has asked him to refrain from. Now today Imam says, وَقَفَوْا أَسْمَاءَهُمْ عَلَى الْعِلْمِ النَّافِعِ لَهُمْ. These muttaqeen, they have closed their eyes to what God has forbidden them from, and they have devoted their ears, their hearing, to knowledge that is beneficial to them. And it was mentioned in the previous khutbah that there are 7 doors to the hell, and likewise Allah has 7 doors which are the inlets or the inputs to the soul in this body, and they are the 2 eyes, the 2 ears, the mouth and the 2 private parts. If these are guarded in this world, then definitely the doors of the hell also will be closed on us. Imam then says, نُزِّلَتْ أَنفُسُهُمْ مِنْهُمْ فِي الْبَلَاءِ كَالَّتِي نُزِّلَتْ فِي الرَّخَاءِ. Their condition in calamity, in problems, it is the same as their condition in comfort and in well-being. So it doesn't matter to them whether they are well off or they are not. Now the example that is mentioned to us over here, it's to be like the cashier at the bank. You go and give him $1,000, he takes it and deposits it. You go and ask for $10,000, he will give you, and there's no change in that cashier. We also, when it comes to the existence of Allah and the bestowals upon us, whether He gives little or whether He gives a lot, we have to remain the same, thankful and grateful to the Almighty Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Imam says, Mu'mineen, their condition in any situation remains the same, whether they are well off or whether they are not. And then he says that وَلَوْلَا الْأَجَلْ الَّذِي كَتَبَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِمْ لَمْ تَسْتَقِرَّ أَرْوَاحُهُمْ فِي أَجْسَادِهِمْ طَرْفَةَ عَيْنٍ. Says that this dunya for muttaqeen, for mu'mineen, it is restless. They don't want to be in this dunya. They just want to somehow flee away, run away. Like a bird in a cage. They are always restless to somehow find a way to escape. Says mu'mineen are like that. But because Allah has sent them to this world, and there is a time that has been set which will cease to exist at a certain point, they are just waiting for that time to come and for them to leave, again in obedience to the Almighty Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Otherwise, for a blink of an eye, they would not want to stay in this dunya. Why? شَوْقًا إِلَى الثَّوَابِ وَخَوْفًا مِنَ الْعِقَابِ. The reason why they want to stay here is because by staying in this dunya, they get more opportunities to worship, to elevate their ranks, to become higher and more perfect persons, and then that way their rank in the akhirah also will increase. خوفا من العقاب, and if they do anything adverse to what the Almighty wishes and desires and wants, then there is a punishment that is there. Now, for these mu'mineen, عظم الخالق في أنفسهم فَالصَّغُرَ مَا دُونَهُ فِي أَعْيُنِهِمْ. That what matters to them is Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. It is Allah that is great, the Creator. عَظُمَ الْخَالِقُ فِي أَنفُسِهِمْ. The Creator is great in them. Therefore, other than Him, everything else is small and minute. Many a times, when it comes to sinning also, people, they say that this is a small sin, that's nothing. Amir al-Mu'mineen says that small sin, but see who you are sinning. The existence who we are sinning is the existence of God who is great. نُزِّلَتْ أَنفُسُهُمْ مِنْهُمْ فِي الْبَلَاءِ كَالَّتِي نُزِّلَتْ فِي الرَّخَاءِ. Now, in the riwayat that we have, and throughout Quran, says that if you want to get to the rida and the contentment of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, patience is required. Ra'su ta'atillah as-sabr. Patience is required. والرضا عن الله فيما أحب العبد أو كره ولا يرضى عبد عن الله فيما أحب أو كره إلا كان خيرا له فيما أحب أو كره. Now, when a person is content and happy with whatever unfolds upon him, because it is coming from Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, he should be happy. Now, mothers also sometimes they are tough on their children. Sometimes she may give the baby a bitter medicine. Sometimes she may also give some injections. It doesn't mean that the mother, she is being unkind to the child. The mother, she wants the well-being of the child, of the infant. That's why she gives him that tough pain also. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala multiply that love of the mother by infinity, treats and cares for his creation far more and much better than the mother. So we have to work to get to his contentment and rida, and the best way is by sabr, patience. Being obedient to Allah, like offering prayers, requires sabr. Keeping away from haram and sins requires sabr. And all these amal, they require sabr. And also in the day-to-day life, people sometimes they get on your nerves. Over there also you require sabr. With that sabr, people they get to the highest of ranks. Now, rida, the beautiful quality of rida, to be happy in all these pains. One of the ulama of our time, Marhum Ayatullah al-Uzma Bahauddini, who died 20 years ago among the Maraja al-Taqleed, he was a great personality who lived for about 90 years. He once went to Mashhad, and then after the ziyarat, when he sat in the car and they closed the door, he got out of the car, and when they wanted to close the door, his hand was on the door, it got stuck in the door. Now cars of that time, not now fiberglass, soft cars. They were real iron cars, and his hand got stuck in the door and the roof of the car. Now those who were with him, they wanted to beat up the driver, that why was he not careful? He says, don't do that. Says, why? Says, I was with Imam Rida alayhi salam, and I asked him that I want rida, this quality of being happy and content with Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. So I asked him, and this is my first test, that how do I handle this situation that has unfolded upon me? And that is to be radhi birid Allah, and content with the destiny of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. So Imam, when we see, says that look into who you are sinning, because he who is being sent is the great creator and the Almighty Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. In du'as also, for example, Imam Kazim alayhi salam, in one of the beautiful du'as he says, In kuntu bi'sal abd, fa'anta ni'mar Rabb. God, if I was a bad creation, a bad servant, Khudaya, agar man bande badi budam, fa'anta ni'mar Rabb. You are the best of lords, to behtareen parwardigar hasti. افعل بما أنت أهله. در دعا هم که از خدا میخواهیم باید جوری دعا خواست که خدا آنچه که در حق ما هست خوب او بدهد، چون او خدای ماست، او میدونه که ما چه میخواهیم، چی برای ما خوب هست. در دعا هم اینجوری ما وقتی لیست میکنیم خدایا این 1 2 3 4 5 چیز من لازم دارم، ممکنه اینی که من لازم دارم به ضرر من باشه، ولذا وقتی ما اختیار را به خدا بدیم که خدایا خودت آنچه که به نفع من هست، آنچه که برای من خوب هست به من عنایت کن، خدا اون بهترین را به ما خواهد داد. So we ask him to give what is good for us. افعل بما انت اهله. that what is good for me, do it. وَلَا تَفْعَلْ بِمَا أَنَا أَهْلُهُ. That what I deserve, God, don't do it. Because many a times that what I deserve may not be in my benefit. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. Oh, Imam, in Sajda he says, Ilahi, in عظم الذنب من عبدك. Or another quote says, قبح الذنب من عبدك. God, the sins that I have done, the servant has done, they are great. فليحسن العفو وتجاوز من عندك. فليحسن العفو. It is good that you forgive me, O Lord. So all these are these beautiful teachings that we have in this statement from Amirul Mu'mineen, Ali alayhi salatu wassalam, regarding this dunya and the qualities of muttaqeen that they carry. And one of them is that they have to be content with whatever has been destined upon them, whatever has been bestowed upon them, because this destiny also, sometimes it is in our favor and sometimes it is against us. So in either case, we have to be happy and content with whatever Allah has bestowed upon us. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Rabbana taqabbal minna innaka antas sami'un alim. Allahumma ighfir lana wa liwalidayna wa liman wajaba lahu haqqun alayna wa liman wassana bid-du'a wa li jami'i ummati Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Inna a'tainaka al-kawthar فصلي لربك وانحر إن شانئك هو الأبتر. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على رسول الله وعلى آله آل الله واللعن الدائم على أعدائهم أعداء الله من الآن إلى لقاء الله. اللهم صل على محمد عبدك ورسولك وصفيك وحبيبك وخيرتك من خلقك وحافظ سرك ومبلغ رسالاتك أفضل وأحسن وأجمل وأكمل وأزكى وأنمى وأطيب وأطهر وأسنى وأكثر ما صليت وباركت وترحمت وتحننت وسلمت على أحد من عبادك وأنبيائك ورسلك وصفوتك وأهل الكرامة عليك من خلقك. اللهم وصل على علي أمير المؤمنين ووصي رسول رب العالمين عبدك ووليك وأخي رسولك وحجتك على خلقك وآيتك الكبرى والنبأ العظيم. وصل على الصديقة الطاهرة فاطمة سيدة نساء العالمين. وصل على سبتي الرحمة وإمامي الهدى الحسن والحسين سيدي شباب أهل الجنة. وصل على أئمة المسلمين علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي والخلف الهادي المهدي حججك على عبادك وأمنائك في بلادك صلاة كثيرة دائمة. اللهم صل على ولي أمرك القائم المؤمل والعدل المنتظر وحفه بملائكتك المقربين وأيده بروح القدس يا رب العالمين. أيها الناس اتقوا الله. Once again I invite myself and you all to taqwa. It is a great day, in fact the greatest day that we have in the entire year. Friday, 15th of Shaban, birth of the Messiah, the Munji, the Savior of all mankind, of everyone, Imam al-Asr alayhi salatu wassalam. So it is 1188 years since the birth of our Imam, and we ask Allah Jalla wa Ala to hasten his return, to count us all among the best of his servants, and that we all seek shahadat in his service, obediently, willingly, in his service, inshaAllah. On a day like today, which is Laylatul Qadr, and today being the day of Qadr, on Laylatul Qadr, Quran was revealed, and here on such a day, Imam is born. Imam, who is that Quranun Natiq, the speaking Quran. Hakima is the aunt of Imam al-Asr alayhi salam. Imam Askari, the father of Imam al-Asr, he sends someone to Hakima, his aunt, and invites her for iftar to be with Imam Askari. She comes, and she is one of those mu'minat who is obedient and willingly obedient to the Imam alayhi salam. Although the Imam is younger than her, but she is staunchly and willingly obedient to him. She comes to the Imam. Imam Askari says that Allah has intended his Hujjah to be born tonight. Aunt Hakima, she asks, and through who, and who is the mother? Imam says, mother is Narjis alayha salam. This noble lady, the mother of Imam al-Asr. Well, she did not doubt what Imam is saying, because she has the faith in him. But she says that I see no signs of pregnancy in her, but because it is the word of Imam, I take the word and I have Iman in what he has said. And then on a night like last night, she comes and she has iftar at Imam, and then in the morning, and when she comes to the house, Hazrat Narjis Khatun, she opens the door, she shows her in, takes her footwear, puts them in the place with all that utmost respect to the aunt she has, aunt of Imam Askari she has, and then Imam gives the news that tonight is the night when the Hujjah is going to be born. Towards the Fajr of this morning, she comes and checks on Hazrat Narjis every few minutes just to see if she is okay. Towards the Fajr, she comes and sees that she is in pain. And she is in pain, and after a while she sees that there is a barrier that is between Hazrat Hakima and Hazrat Narjis, and then she sees that the baby is born. And the baby is in sajda. And in the state of sajda, Imam, he is reciting the ayat of Quran. First he says, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. When Imam Askari takes the baby and says to the baby, speak to me, the baby says, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. وأشهد أن محمدا رسول الله اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. So first the baby is in sajda, baby is given to the father, and then when the father wants the baby to speak, he speaks. And then in another quote, Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali alayhi salatu wasalam, he says that Imam al-Asr, he such states, says, Allahumma anjiz li wa'adi, that God, that promise for which I was saved and I have been brought to this existence, Allah fulfill that promise. Wa atmim li amri wa thabbit wat'ati, and Allah keep me firm. Wamla al-ardha bi adlan wa qista, and fill this land, this earth, with justice and with equity. That was the dua of the Imam. A week passes, and then Imam Askari says that I want to see the baby again. Imam al-Asr alayhi salam, a 7-day infant, is given to the father, Imam Askari alayhi salam. Here Imam says, speak to me now, my son. And this time he says, وَنُرِيدُ أَن نَمُنَّ عَلَى الَّذِينَ اسْتُضْعِفُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ وَنَجْعَلَهُمْ أَئِمَّةً وَنَجْعَلَهُمُ الْوَارِثِينَ. Again from Surah Al-Qasas, the 5th ayah, he recites saying that it is we, the Almighty, saying that desire to show favor to those who were abased and deemed weak in the land, that to make them the imams and to make them the heirs. So it is the word of Allah, the irada, the intent of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala to make him the imam. Now here the other reports, they say that Imam Askari, when he takes the sun and sees that on his right arm is written وَجَاءَ الْحَقِّ وَزَهَقَ الْبَاطِلِ إِنَّ الْبَاطِلَ كَانَ زَهُوقًا. Again from Surah Isra, ayah number 81, which says that, and say, the truth has come and falsehood has vanished, and indeed falsehood is bound to be vanished. So that is written on the right hand of Imam alayhi salam. So all these beautiful miracles that take place before the birth, after the birth of the Imam alayhi salam, until he is taken into the ghaibat where he is now, and this occultation that we are in, the ghaibat kubra, it is in reality something that has been imposed on the Imam. Otherwise, the Imam, like you and me, he also deserves to live freely. So that freedom has been taken away from the Imam. One of the names that we have for the Imam alayhi salam is Ghaib. And in those salawat, Shaykh Tusi says, وَالْغَيْبَةِ الْإِلَهِيَّةِ. Ghaibat al-ilahiyya, this occultation or ghaibat or hiding that has been imposed upon him, that divine hiding upon him. So why has he been taken away? Why did he not stay? 11 Imams were killed. All of them, they were killed for their goodness, for their piety, for their justice, that people, they could not tolerate their goodness. Allah says, I'll take this 12th one away and send him only when people, they are able and they can handle and they can live and be with the Imam alayhi salam. And we have a hadith from Imam al-Kadhim alayhi salam. The Imam says, إِذَا غَضِبَ اللَّهُ تَبَارَكَ وَتَعَالَى عَلَى خَلْقِهِ نَحَّانَا عَنْ جَوَارِهِمْ. That Allah, when He wants to show His wrath upon the people, He takes us away from them. So in a way, this era, this period that we are living in, it is an era of the wrath and ghadab and rage of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, that He is furious. He's not happy with us that He has taken away the Imam. So if we want to get that kind look of the Almighty Allah, we have to fix ourselves so that people, they are there to support the Imam alayhi salam, so that Allah, He returns the Imam alayhi salam to us. Or if we put it in an easier way, it is our ancestors who were living during the times of Imam Askari and Imam al-Asr alayhi salam, for their malfunctioning, for whatever they did, then as a result of their performance, Imam was taken away from everyone. So we have to bring the Imam back, and that is by correcting ourselves. وَلَقَدْ كَتَبْنَا فِي الزَّبُورِ مِنْ بَعْدِ الذِّكْرِ أَنَّ الْأَرْضَ يَرِثُهَا عِبَادِيَ الصَّالِحُونَ. It is the word of Allah written in the Psalms, in Zabur, after Zikr, that this land, it will be filled with Salihin. Salihin, Aba Salih is the best of Salihin, and he will fill this land with goodness, with equity, with justice. And we ask Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, or when we look into these poems that have been written by, in all these different languages, Manas bi ganegan hargiz nanalam ke ba man har chekard on ashna kard. It's the Shias who've been bad, as a result of which now people, they used to go and complain to the Imams that this is what is happening. Imam says the others, they are strangers, but you, the Shias, you are all connected to us. The wrong you do, the bad you do, we are the ones who will be heard first. Jitne gham uthaye hain kalma goyon se. So it's those who say these kalima and believe in the Allah, believe in the imamat of the Imams, they are the ones who have hurt the Imam the most, because we claim that we are with you, but in action we are against. اللهم اقسم من خشيتك ما يحول بيننا وبين معصيتك. The dua that we recited last night, that Allah draw a separation, a line between your obedience and your disobedience, that we are obedient to you. وَمِن طَاعَتِكَ مَا تُبَلِّغُنَا بِهِ رِضْوَانَكَ. And Allah, make it as such that I be obedient to you in a way that I get your contentment and your rida. And Allah, وَمِنَ الْيَقِينِ مَا يَهُونُ عَلَيْنَا بِهِ مُصِيبَاتُ الدُّنْيَا. And Allah, give me a certainty, give me a yaqeen that all these calamities and problems that I have in this dunya, that we see in this world, we are able to handle them. They become easy and simple for us. And then we say, Allahumma amti'na bi-asma'ina wa absarina wa quwwatina ma ahyaytana. Allah, strengthen my hearing, my sight, and my heart, and then all my organs, make them in your obedience. وَاجْعَلْهُ الْوَارِثَ مِنَّا. And Allah, make Imam my warith. وَاجْعَلْ ثَارَنَا عَلَى مَنْ ظَلَمَنَا وَانْصُرْنَا عَلَى مَنْ عَادَانَا وَلَا تَجْعَلْ مُصِيبَتَنَا فِي دِينِنَا وَلَا تَجْعَلِ الدُّنْيَا أَكْبَرَ هَمِّنَا وَلَا مَبْلَغَ عِلْمِنَا وَلَا تُسَلِّطْ عَلَيْنَا مَنْ لَا يَرْحَمُنَا. And Allah, do not install those upon us who have no mercy on us. Keep us away from them. بِرَحْمَتِكَ يَا أَرْحَمَ الرَّاحِمِينَ. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. Ya Allah, on this blessed day of Imam al-Asr alayhi salatu wassalam, hasten in his return. All the wrong that we have done, we sincerely ask you to forgive us by Imam al-Asr alayhi salam. Ya Allah, all those who are ill and ailing and have requested for du'as by Imam al-Asr alayhi salam, their du'as be granted. All those who have passed away, Ya Allah, by Imam al-Asr alayhi salam, this moment they all be the guests and special guests of Imam al-Asr alayhi salam. Ya Allah, between us, Quran and Ahlul Bayt, never ever come across a moment of separation. Us and our children to be enlisted among the best of Muslims who ever existed. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ.